Today we are going to talk about clinical types of trigeminal neuralgia. So clinically trigeminal neuralgia is divided into two groups. So clinically trigeminal neuralgia is divided into two groups. First one is classical trigeminal neuralgia. And second one is symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia. So there are two types of trigeminal neuralgia. First is a classical trigeminal neuralgia, second is a symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia. So let's begin with the classical trigeminal neuralgia. So let's begin with classical trigeminal neuralgia. Classical So when we talk about classical trigeminal neuralgia, so this classical trigeminal neuralgia arises due to anomalies of superior cerebellar artery or anomalies related to the vein, basically the tortuous vein. So it is a basically arises. It is arises. What arises due to superior cerebellar artery and tortuous vein. So when we talk about the classical trigeminal neuralgia, this classical trigeminal neuralgia is arises due to superior cerebellar artery and tortuous vein. Now this classical trigeminal, when we talk about the classical trigeminal neuralgia, so here no serious associated symptoms. So basically what happen in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, there is no serious associated symptom. Why? Because in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, there is no damage. There is no damage. There is no damage to 7th and 8th cranial nerve. So in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, there is no damage to 7th and 8th cranial nerve. That's why there is no serious associated symptom takes place. Now after that, in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, no interictal numbness present. So there is no interictal numbness. What does it mean? It means between the attack there is no numbness is present in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia. So there is no interictal numbness. Now in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, there is no sensory loss. So in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, there is no sensory loss. Now, so this is the third one, and this is the fourth one, and This is the first, and this is the second one. Now when we talk about the age predilection, so classical trigeminal neuralgia is mostly occur in old age. So it is mostly occur in the older patient. So fourth one is mostly occur in older patient. Yeah, we can say that most occur in old age. Now the question arises, why classical trigeminal neuralgia is mostly occur in old age? So there are two reasons. First reason is age-related brain sagging. What does it mean? It means along with the age there is a downward movement of the head. So it is actually the age-related brain sagging. And second one is along with the age, what happens? The vessels become thick and tortuous. So due to these two reasons, what happened? Classical trigeminal neuralgia is mostly occur in old age. Now when we talk about the fifth one, that is the symptoms. So when we talk about the fifth one, so fifth one is the symptoms. So when we talk about the symptoms, so symptoms in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia is the symptom number 1. So symptom is actually the what? Symptom is actually symptom number 1. So what is the meaning of symptom number 1? Symptom number 1 is actually the symptom of typical trigeminal neuralgia, the symptom which occur in typical trigeminal neuralgia. So this is all about the classical trigeminal neuralgia. So classical trigeminal neuralgia arises due to the superior cerebellar artery, or it is arises due to the tortuous vein. Now, no serious associated symptoms takes place in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia, because in this case there is no damage of the 7th and 8th cranial nerve. And when we talk about the third one, no ictal numbness is present in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia. No sensory loss take place in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia. Classical trigeminal neuralgia is mostly occur in older age due to two reasons. First is the age-related brain sagging, and second one is the along with the age the wall of the vessels become thick and tortuous. And last one is the symptoms. The symptom is seen in case of classical trigeminal neuralgia is the symptom 1, and symptom 1 is actually the symptom of a typical trigeminal neuralgia or typical symptom of the trigeminal neuralgia. So this is all about the classical trigeminal neuralgia. Now after that, when we talk about the second type of trigeminal neuralgia, that is symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia. Now when we talk about the second type of trigeminal neuralgia, that is the symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia. So symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia arises due to many probable etiological factors. So it is arises due to many probable etiological factors, and these probable etiological factors may be what? May be meningiomas, then neurofibromas, then aneurysm, etc. So it is arises So it is arises, or a symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia arises due to the many probable etiological factors. These probable etiological factors may be meningiomas, neurofibromas, or aneurysm, etc. And in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, there is a presence of serious associated symptom. It means serious associated symptom is present. So this serious associated symptom is what? Present. So there is a presence. Or we can say that there is a presence. Sorry. So here there is a presence of serious associated symptom. Why? Because here damage of 7th and 8th cranial nerve take place. So due to the damage of the 7 and 8 cranial nerve, what happened? There is a presence of serious associated symptom. Now, when we talk about the interictal numbness, so there is a presence of interictal numbness. So here the interictal numbness is present. So there is a presence of interictal numbness. Now when we talk about the sensory loss, so here sensory loss take place. So there is a presence of sensory loss. Now when we talk about the age, so age related predilection, there is no age related predilection. So no age related predilection. So there is no age related predilection. Now when we talk about the symptoms, the symptom which is seen in case of a symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia is the symptom 1. Along with that there is a presence of symptoms 2, and along with that there is a presence of symptoms 3. So in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, the symptom is actually the combination of symptom 1, symptom 2 and symptom 3. So when we talk about the symptom 1 is actually the symptom of typical trigeminal neuralgia. Symptom 2 is arises due to the damage of 7 and 8 cranial nerves. So symptom 2 is the symptom which is arises due to the damage of 7 and 8 cranial nerves, like the facial paralysis, like the loss of hearing, which is arises due to the damage of 7 and 8 cranial nerves. So symptom 2 is arises due to the damage of 7 and 8 cranial nerves, and symptom 3 is arises due to the underlying causes, like the neurofibroma, the symptom which is arises due to the neurofibroma, the symptom which is arises due to the meningiomas, the symptom which is arises due to aneurysm. So this is all about the symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia. So symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia arises due to many probable etiological factors. These probable etiological factors may be meningiomas, may be neurofibromas, may be aneurysm. And in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, there is a presence of a serious associated symptom, because in this case there is a damage of 7th and 8th cranial nerve. And when we talk about the interictal numbness, so in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, there is a presence of interictal numbness, and there is a presence along with the presence of interictal numbness. In case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, there is a presence of sensory loss. And after that, in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, what happened? There is no age-related predilection. And when we talk about the symptoms of the symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia, so the symptoms which is seen in case of symptomatic trigeminal neuralgia is a combination of symptom 1, symptom 2, symptom 3. Symptom 1 is a symptom of typical trigeminal neuralgia. Symptom 2 is a symptom which is arises due to the damage of 7 and 8 cranial nerve, and symptom 3 which is arises due to the underlying etiology, underlying dangerous cause, like the meningiomas, neurofibromas and aneurysm. So this is all about the clinical types of the trigeminal neuralgia. Thank you.